What are you looking at me for? Leave me alone. Catherine's annoying to me.
I'm worried about you.
Well, yeah, we started talking. I thought I weren't going to do an intro. That's all I thought. It's not that big a deal.
Okay.
I think intros are kind of old radio anyway, don't you?
Okay.
I mean, kinda.
Tom Bernard Show with
Co-host Catherine Brandt.
Andy Brandt Bernard.
And Kristen Burton, you guys all missed the pre-show to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pre-show of the show. You missed it. It
we
was
already
about
did
10
it.
minutes of schmoozing.
Exactly.
Hello, Birch.
But to go back on it all, we're just kind of mourning the loss of a bunch of good people, and unfortunately, that's the situation.
Yes.
And I already warned Kristen Burt. Entertainment news brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I'm just gonna check TMZ to make sure there hasn't been another death.
Yeah, may as well.
No, nothing yet.
Oh, no, children. Oh, Fawn's not coming? Fawn's not coming in? Radiate.
Birch, you smell.
Trying to keep me out.
Oh, there are dogs and kids everywhere.
I have gum.
Okay, so...
Okay, hold on. Bob Pop's got something we're talking about.
I don't...
Hold on.
Well, they don't have headphones, though, anyway.
Just let them.
They can hear you and they can hear
through
me.
the
Wait, I
speaker.
can
That's
hear
not
all
my
that
point. My point is I don't want to say things in front of kids that, you know...
Oh, there's some
Jesus.
child-unfriendly thing to bring up?
Well, this Jeffrey Epstein thing is blowing up.
Yeah.
Can you take the dogs out to the other room for just
Yeah,
Up
for
there.
just, we got to cover a story, and it's too weird for you guys to hear.
Oh,
At least
actually,
May.
there has been another
Take that
death.
off. Go out
There
Courtesy-
has been another death too.
Charlie in Albuquerque. Cleo Lane.
Oh, Cleo Lane, yeah,
She was a jazz singer,
yep.
and well, she was 97. So I mean, it's a pretty
That's
good
a
run.
good long life.
That's a good run. That's a good run.
That's
No
another one
question
that's
about
not like not really out of
It's
nowhere.
not shocking.
Yeah.
Not shocking. No.
it. No doubt about it. But in any case, yeah, we're taking the kids today. I think we're going to go hang out at the house for a while. Maybe take them over to the pool at the new house we got. So we're going to go over to the pool, and then after that, are we still talking about going to Spaso for dinner?
I don't know what we're going to do. It all
wonderful.
depends on everybody's mood and how everyone's getting along with each other. You know.
Okay, the kids are gone, and I didn't want to read this story in front of the kids, but Jeffrey Epstein accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, had a very productive day meeting with, and then it all says meeting with. Who'd she meet with?
I don't.
I think
know.
that she's probably trying to do some sort of plea deal or
Yep,
something.
yep.
She's all
She
of a
is.
sudden,
She's
she's
trying to get
all
a
of a
bit of a
sudden
pardon.
starting to talk and do interviews, and she had never done that before. So that's interesting because there's a lot of political pressure right now
Oh,
because
God,
they
yes.
they want Trump so badly to be indicted with this kind of stuff. This is like
Well,
this is a new
it's-
coup.
I mean, the allegations now are that his name is on the list per Pam Bondi, and Bill Clinton his name is also on that list.
Yeah, Bill Clinton was
So,
on the list.
Well, they're in the
It's going to
files.
be an equal, allegedly, like
Right.
it'd be an equal opportunity political takedown. Honestly, if it all comes to play, I mean, I'm not. Is anyone surprised Bill or Donald is on that
No.
list?
No.
Possibly,
Not at all.
no. At this point, and you know what's interesting? And CNN released a photo, and I was like, oh my gosh. So in college, I worked at the Harley Davidson Cafe, which was a theme restaurant on 56 and 6 in New York City. I was not there for the opening, but on the photos were all over the place in the actual restaurant itself. And in 1993, when it opened, Donald Trump showed up to the opening of Harley Davidson Cafe with a couple of his kids and Jeffrey Epstein. And that was
Oh,
a new
God.
photo that no one had seen. And if I had seen that photo when I lived in New York City working at that cafe, I wouldn't have known who Jeffrey Epstein was. However, you know who else was there that night? O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
And the owner, I don't know if I should say his name, but the owner of that place allegedly sold some of the photos to the National Enquirer of Nicole and OJ at the opening. And, you know, because there was a story to be had, like, hey, they showed up at the Harley Davidson Cafe. But I'm like, what was going on that night? Like, that was like just a total crazy opening night party with all of these people with Epstein and OJ. It's like nuts.
Yeah, I feel like we can't read too much into that kind of stuff because, I mean, Donald Trump and OJ were both, publicity hounds. Epstein was traveling in all of those circles, and everybody was his friend at one time.
Well, I can tell more stories off the air that would relate to all that, but I'm not going to tell them on
Really?
the air. Yeah, so I won't. I shouldn't have probably like started off in that direction.
Yeah, what
but
are you
yeah,
doing? We
there's
want to
I
hear all
know.
about it.
And yeah, I mean, and I will tell you that if you read Faye Resnick's book, she and like OJ and that whole crew were openly doing cocaine in the middle of the restaurant during some of the early era too. So that place was. It was an interesting time to work there. Let's just put it
Yeah,
that.
I guess so,
Yeah.
man.
But I was trying to think
Yeah.
in 1984, 85, something like that, there was I don't know, maybe it might have been like a sports cafe or something like that. But all the Jets, you used to see all the Jets in there, and you'd see all those people in there. And I don't ever remember anything weird like that happening there, people. But I suppose that,
I mean,
I got to be honest.
I would say, like, if people were doing drugs or anything, it was happening in the bathrooms. and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
I think
right.
that, yeah.
Well,
I
like-
mean, and I just, even knowing what went on amongst the staff working there, I know exactly that it just was a different time in New York City and that people just didn't care.
Think about the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and the drug culture in Miami and New York and LA and San Francisco
Off the charts.
huge.
No, it
Absolutely
wasn't.
huge.
No question. But, well, I mean, I'm in a situation now, to tell you the truth, that, I grew up a Democrat pretty much. And then I tried being a Republican for a while. And then I moved to this. I did not vote in the presidential election last year because I didn't really. I have just learned after, I suppose, about 20 years of hanging out with a lot of politicians. And I don't mean all of them. I just mean 98% of them. They're just not my kind of people. There's too much money grubbing going on with them.
Well, I would even take politics out of even the Epstein situation with this. This is just
Yeah.
very rich people with terrible things to do with their time. And
Yeah, look at P. Diddy.
because we have to lump in Prince Andrew in there because that is there's so many ties between
Right.
him and Jeffrey Epstein that he can't even deny, and even though he tries to downplay it all. But this is. It's atrocious. And I think, a lot of the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein are starting to speak up. A lot of these women are now in their 40s and they're saying, yes, this happened to a lot of underage women, but it also happened to me. And I was 25 when this happened and I was raped by Jeffrey Epstein. And this is what I saw.
Ugh.
And why are you, let's just all put this out like on a really simple level. If your best friend, like you went over to their house and they constantly had 15-year-old teen girls hanging out, wouldn't you probably think this is probably someone I shouldn't associate with?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
and I think
that was kind of like the thing, though, back then. People would sing about like their underage girlfriends and stuff. It just like it didn't seem to bother
Steven
anyone.
Tyler
Yeah.
became legal guardian of his girlfriend, and her mother signed off on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't
She's
seem to bother
14.
anyone back then.
Yeah, so he could take her across state lines, like stuff like that. But I mean, that's going back to the 70s. But if we're talking about the 90s, again, we should know better, but a lot of people didn't. But I just think it still goes on today. And I think all of us collectively, if we had something like that happen, not only, hopefully, would you walk out the door and not be friends with that person, but hopefully you would report it. And a lot of people don't.
You want to hear a message I
Well,
just got?
It was reported a lot for Epstein, and it was
And
ignored.
the power.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll read this. You can tell me who sent me this just now. Dozens of Democrats voted to impeach me, and I can't believe it happened again. Will you make a small sacrifice to help me? They're asking for money. Who do you think that was?
I
Donald
wonder.
Trump, baby.
Richard Nixon.
Yeah, Richard Nixon. That's exactly who
Rolling
it
in
was.
his grave.
Well, at least he's listening to the show, so that's good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah. So I just hope that, you know what, to me, I don't even like care who's involved. Like take down everyone who is involved.
I agree.
It's how I feel. But I also feel for justice for the survivors. I mean, Virginia Giuffre, I think her name was, is not even here with us any longer. And she's was the squeakiest wheel in it. And that to me is really just tragic. So
No, it is. I just don't understand. We went to an event last night, and I saw a bunch of guys I haven't seen in a long time, and we were literally the number one thing we talked about. And these are all really good people. They're very nice people. They just can't believe how mean and abusive people have become. It's like it seems like it gets bigger and bigger every year.
Well, everyone's really angry. And I
Yeah,
think
yep.
that collectively we're seeing that on social media. I think everyone feels collectively, and I'm not talking about any party, people feel left behind, and that the politicians who we all voted in, no matter how we voted, that they're not taking care of us. They're voting
Yep.
for their own interests, but which has happened. But I feel
Yep.
like it's at an all-time like high of like, well, I'm just going to vote for my own interests because I'm rich,
Yep.
Yep.
and that's fine. Yeah.
It just disgusts me. They wouldn't want to talk about maybe, hey, you know what? Instead of using all this money up to protect ourselves, why don't we meet and pool a big pot of money and help people out? What do you think?
Wait, doesn't that sound like what the taxes are supposed to go for? Isn't that what we were supposed to be
Well,
doing?
yeah. Don't you feel like what are my taxes going toward? And then when
Yeah.
I see someone like Mackenzie Scott, who is Jeff Bezos's ex-wife, donating money left and right
Yeah.
as a billionaire for really good causes, you'd go, okay,
Yep.
how come we're not seeing that as much with other people?
Yes.
I don't know. It's just a whole different world right now. It amazes me that everything now is about money. I was just talking to the guys last night about that, and they agreed that it doesn't matter what it is, it's about money.
Yeah.
well,
And
like-
collectively, I kind of hope people start waking up that the politicians are not going to help us,
No.
and that collectively, no
Nope.
matter where you stand, that we actually band together and try and find a solution. I don't know what that is, but
Well, I'll tell you another thing. This is my view, of course, going back a long, long way, but I'm pretty sure the Republican and Democratic Party weren't formed to hurt other people. They were supposed to be there to support their supporters, but instead all they're doing now is crossing the road and trying to hurt the other party,
I know, as soon
both
as-
ways.
Yeah, as soon as this globalist agenda started
Yes.
coming up, which
Yep.
sounded reasonable at one time, like let's bring the whole world together, but that's not how it's working at all.
That's too bad.
It
I mean,
really is.
I remember when I was a kid, one of the things that one of the priests over at St. Joseph's, which is no longer even there, which breaks my heart, but all he ever talked about is go out there, get an education, get a nice job, but don't forget to help people who need help. And that's since I was in first grade, I heard that from Father Perman was his name. He always talked about, yes, have a successful life, but make sure you help other people while you're doing
Well, you
it.
can't help people if you're sitting on your butt doing nothing, right? You gotta work hard so you can get something, so you can help
and
others.
that's the issue too. Like college isn't necessarily the answer for a lot of people right now because it's
Wasn't
so
for me.
expensive to go.
It's ridiculous.
And yeah, and on top of that, companies are laying people off left and right, and they can't hold down a job.
Did you see that the report this morning that Microsoft laid off 8,000?
9,000.
9,000.
9,000 American workers and
Yep.
are replacing them with
Yep.
HB1 or
Gotta get that
H1B
cheap labor.
workers. I'm like, how
It's
much more
horrible.
money do you need, Bill?
Yeah.
How much more money do you need?
And if
Stop.
we have no jobs and we have no money to spend, I don't
Yep.
understand.
I
Yeah.
agree. You
Yes.
can't buy
Yep.
anything.
And we have
true.
there are jobs, they just want cheap labor. That's what most of this is all about.
All they care about is cheap labor.
Yeah,
Where are we going to work?
we had somebody, do you know Seth Stewart?
I don't know
Kristen?
Seth Stewart.
No, he was in Hamilton for 10 years on
Oh, he was
on
great.
Broadway.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Great
must
guest.
Yeah, we had him on yesterday.
Yeah, he was. I can find out what.
I've been thinking about him a lot lately. It's like, how do you go? I wish
Yeah.
I would have said, he had a spiritual awakening. He's written a book. That's what he was on promoting yesterday. But it was very interesting to go from Broadway to going into the forest.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Oh, wow.
He literally
exactly what he
went
did.
into the forest because
Yeah.
COVID and the pressures of
And
Broadway.
you know, it's interesting too. A lot of Broadway performers, they will do a show. This is, I should say, like pre-pandemic, they would do a show and they'd stay maybe, 6 to 9, 10 months, and then they'd take some time off, and then they'd jump onto their next show because there's a lot of instability in the arts right now. They're just saying, you know what? As long as the show's running, I'm just going to stay in this show as long as they'll have me. Renew that contract. So if they can stay 5 years, 10 years, they will, because it's guaranteed health
Yeah.
insurance,
That's just-
guaranteed job.
Yeah, but it's got to turn into such a grind.
It is complete grind. And also on a show like Hamilton, and I don't know if Seth spoke about this, but it's a very dance heavy show. It is brutal on your body.
Yeah.
Right. I never,
Yeah.
he didn't talk about that. He did talk about that it was exhausting.
Yep.
Yeah, his vocal cords, all of that, and you're working
Yeah.
6 out of 7 days. They only have one day off on Broadway because they run on a Tuesday through Sunday schedule. Monday is your day
Uh-oh,
off.
someone's
I'd be on the
here.
couch horizontal.
Right, and two shows sometimes, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Wednesdays and then sometimes
I'm
on
in.
weekends,
Oh man, that's yeah,
Saturdays. It's really tough.
I think it's the
really
kids.
tough
Well,
out there.
come on in instead of beating on the door. What's the
All
problem?
right.
Tom, I have a really interesting story for you.
You always
based
do.
off of one of your listeners who wrote me, and I thought this is fascinating. It's Andy Jacobson, so I want to give him a shout out because we've just been communicating back and forth.
Okay.
There is a documentary currently on Hulu and Disney Plus, so it is available to everyone. And it is all about, and I hope I pronounce her. It's called Her Last Broadcast: The Abduction of Jodie Huisentruit.
Oh,
Who's in truth?
yeah.
Yes. So here is your weird connection to this.
I
Ready?
saw it on TV.
Did you watch it?
I watched the special, yes, and they talked
You
about
watched
the
episode
KQ
2?
morning show on there.
Yes.
Like, whoa.
So let me just mention what happened, just in case people haven't watched it or want to
Yes.
watch it. So the KQRS morning show is mentioned in the abduction of Jodie Huisentruit that's on Disney Plus. It says it's at the start of episode 2 where KQ married 92 people on Valentine's Day in 1994. One of the suspects was married that day to Jodie's friend.
That's correct.
Weird.
Yeah, someone
That's
actually texted that in. I never got a chance to bring it up, but yeah, that's basically what they said. They talked about the Mall of America marriage things.
That was so weird to be sitting there watching that because I had no idea. And all of a sudden they're talking about the morning show and KQ, and I'm like, what?
Do you remember doing that in 1992?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
1994, sorry, yeah.
We absolutely did. I remember.
Yeah, you did that for like 3 years, didn't you?
Yeah, 3 years I think it
Yeah.
was. And then I don't know what the situation was, but yeah, Jodie Huisentruit she was born in the same town that I was. She
Oh,
was-
really?
Yeah, she was born in Long Prairie, Minnesota. I was a few years before her, but you
Just a
know,
couple, it's okay.
just a couple years. But yeah, so I mean, was there a special connection? No, I never even got to interview her or talk to her. I wanted to, but it just never worked out because this all went down. But that was a town when I was born there. I think there were 800 residents in the town.
Ooh.
And
I
there
think-
will be again soon.
And there will be. Why? What's going on?
I mean, it's not doing great.
Well, the packing plant's
Yeah.
okay, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe it isn't anymore. I know Hart
farm.
Press. There used to be a lot of industry there, but it's all gone now. I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, to have somebody from born in the same tiny town. I think there were about 2,000 residents when she was born. But
Let's see. When you were born, 2,400. Actually, it's the same as when she was born.
when I was born there, were there 2,400 residents in 1951?
It was a
Yep.
boom town.
Although that's
It
true because
was.
Hart Press was there. There were a bunch of industries there.
The
at that
massive
time.
growth happened in the 30s and 40s. Well,
Yep.
massive. I mean,
Yep.
it's
Massive
30%, which is a
Okay,
lot of growth,
but-
but on a absolute scale, it's like
30s and
600 people.
40, so a railroad line went in and stopped or something? I mean, it's usually transportation is what kills a town. I mean, 30s and 40s, they probably didn't have a highway out that way, a big
There was
highway.
a 2-lane highway. That was
Two-lane.
it. I mean, one coming and one going.
Wow.
But it was very touchy because you see somebody like that born in a small town like you. So I followed as much of her career because she was in where was she?
Iowa.
Yeah, she was
But she
somewhere in
disappeared.
Iowa. But I
Oh,
can't
wow.
remember.
You know who else was from Long Prairie?
Who?
Jacob Wetterling.
Yeah, Jacob Wetterling. Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, apparently if you're born in that town, you either do
better be
well or
careful.
you get
You get
abducted and killed.
I'm
Yeah.
the only one that's still
Yes.
alive, apparently.
Yikes.
Wow. Yeah. Be really careful, people.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the documentary goes through obviously a new break in the case. So maybe they'll be able to solve it at a certain
I
point.
hope so.
Yeah, the,
it took a
um,
long time to break the Jacob Wetterling case.
The Wikipedia article for Long Prairie, Minnesota, it's notable people. Tom Bernard, Barry Bennett, who was in the NFL, Charles P. Davis, who was awarded the Medal of Honor in the Philippine-American War, and then Jody and Jacob.
Oh, geez.
So, yeah,
There
it's
you go.
Word.
ups and
Yeah.
downs, that's for sure.
That is depressing.
Got to throw this in very quickly that Jody's mother still comes in about once a year, and because we covered that before this all even happened. That had happened, but the investigation was just getting underway. But she, honest to God, Jacob Wetterling's mother is one of the sweetest people. But you look in her eyes and you can see the damage. It's sad.
Well, losing a child and obviously
say
losing a
that's
child
the
to a violent crime is
Yep.
horrific.
Yeah, that's-
So that's
Every
a whole
parent's
other.
worst
It
nightmare.
was one of their neighbors
Yeah.
that did it.
I would
Ugh.
have
What?
nightmares
It was
every
one of their
day.
neighbors that did
Well,
it.
it was a person
Who?
in the community. It was
Yeah,
a
it was a
farmer.
mu-
It was a farmer.
It wasn't literally a neighbor,
For
but
Jacob,
they were
literally?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were
sorry,
on their
son
way
Jody
home, and it
still.
was I
Yes.
think it was like a mile from their house or
Yeah, it was
something
like
like
Yeah.
that.
a
Yep.
random guy.
Yeah.
But, but that's it. It's always, oftentimes, it's very close to home. And
is,
I mean,
yeah.
just even following, and I lightly followed the Idaho case because it was so gruesome, but just watching the impact statements this week from the families
Yeah.
was brutal to watch. And and the two roommates who survived it, they just talked about how their lives will never, ever be the same, and they won't.
Right.
And someone took that away from them. It wasn't something that they did.
No.
It's just
I just
awful.
hope there's not another rampage of this stuff because people have an edge like I have never seen in my life before. It's
Yeah,
really
it's-
sad.
It is like when you see it on social media. I feel like I post so much less on social media because I just want
Yeah.
to protect even just myself from all of that. It's hard to watch and hard to even just read. Your brain processes it.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's very, very difficult, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think anything can ever be done? The biggest scary part
Spread
for
the
me of this
joy.
is it's not about humans anymore. It's now about AI, which means that's not good news.
It's not, and we're already seeing examples. I don't know if
Yep.
people have Gmail accounts that AI. Google's AI is Gemini, is already turning against itself. And there's warnings out there.
Gemini's horrible,
that-
by the way. It's the worst
It's
AI I've ever
so
used.
bad.
Yeah.
That a Gemini will actually pop up and say, "Hey, we need your password to continue on." And guess what? Then it infiltrates all of your passwords and gains access to your
Well,
information.
yeah, apparently Delta is going to be using AI to scan your emails to figure out what price you'll pay or what's going on in your life. Like, let's say there's a death in the family and they know you have to get a ticket. They might make you pay more. It's, it's getting...
We're just data at this point. That's
Yeah.
the sad thing. Like that's
It's
all
been
we
that
are
way
to these
for a
companies.
long time, though.
It's getting worse, though. People
Yeah,
are
but the
meaner than
AI
they've ever
takes
been.
it to a whole other evil level, I think.
I
That
think so
is-
too.
Yeah. And there's no regulation on it. So they can,
Mm-hmm.
right now, they can utilize it any way they want.
All right, after scaring everyone to death, is there anything happy going on over the weekend?
Well, I just want to say,
Yeah.
just going back to Jody real fast. I mean, it's kind of amazing thinking about how you played into sort of the Jody case
Yeah.
and how also the 9/11 documentary, just how all of that played in. So that's just kind of
Yeah, that was weird. Both of those things I didn't even know were happening until someone else
Right.
would, God, that thing you did. I said, what do you mean, what thing I did? But yeah, it was so weird because I was watching the special and they're like, it's time we talk about KQ. They're out. I was like, what? I had no idea that was in
Well,
there.
you talk about
You do.
Minnesota in the 90s. I mean, KQ
Yeah.
is going to be involved somehow.
Yeah, I
true.
suppose.
yeah, big part of
I suppose.
pop
it is.
culture history,
yeah.
Tom.
Absolutely.
Pop culture history. There you go. Now we're
There
cooking
you
with
are.
gas.
Pop culture history.
No question.
He's Mr. Pop Culture,
Oh yeah, no question about that. That was just a given.
No, but good stuff. Of course, Happy Gilmore 2 comes out today, and it's getting
Oh,
great
yeah.
reviews. So fans of the movie can watch it on Netflix. It's already out, and that hopefully will bring lots of joy to people, of course. And if you're looking for Happy Gilmore, the first one, Stars will have it as of August 1st.
Oh,
So
okay.
it'll be
Speaking of
available there.
exciting new media, we caught the first couple episodes of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus.
Oh my goodness, how was it?
big
was it
deal.
Incredible.
It is surprisingly identical to the old show.
Okay, perfect.
Like, I'm pretty sure all the models and stuff are the same.
Okay.
It's just like there's some slightly better lighting effects, maybe, and like water physics. It's
Okay.
I don't really know exactly what I expected. I wasn't expecting like, futuristic,
Yeah.
hyper realistic Mickey Mouse or anything,
That'd
but
be weird.
it's Clubhouse but more. And with the new voice actor, which bothers Melissa a lot.
Yeah, I've heard other people didn't
bothers
like it
me.
either.
Well, you can tell it's not the same guy.
Well, what's weird about that is I'm at a particular age, and I still, to this day, about once a week, I tune into Mickey Mouse Playhouse because I loved it so much. Walt Disney Sunday night was a very big deal around our house.
Oh, yeah, what was it? Wonderful World of Disney? Is
Wonderful
that what
World
it's
of
called?
Disney.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, the wonderful
Oh, my
world
God.
of Disney.
And then there's a little boy spinning in his chair over there. We just went to Disneyland or Disney World with him a couple of years ago, and we got on the what train was that?
Oh,
Not the train. It was a
The mine
roller
cart ride.
coaster.
Yeah, the mining car ride.
Yeah.
And what did you say again when you were on there?
You can't say that out loud.
Yeah, you can't say that.
I do not know. I do not remember. I was so young.
Oh, well, your dad.
I do not remember. I was so young.
I think he was like 3, 4.
Four, I think,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was pretty young.
Well, he was mad at his dad for putting him on the train because he didn't know the turns were going to be so severe and all the rest of it.
And then at the end, there was that lady.
Yeah, the witch.
dancing.
The
Yeah,
witch, yep.
The witch.
Yeah, because it's
Let me
Snow
put it
White.
this way.
Yeah.
There's a certain religious figure that kind of was born around Christmas. First name starts
can
with
say
a J.
Jesus
and last name
Christ.
starts- Yeah, he said,
Jesus
Jesus Christ.
I do not like this ride.
Little kids should not be on this ride.
I feel you, Sage. I get it. I'm like, I feel the same
The
way
greatest.
sometimes. If I go on rides that go upside down, I'm like, why? did
I wouldn't
do
even get on
this?
that ride.
You know what's great, Kristen, is I was just with Tommy Mischke. The thing ran on Wednesday. He's a great interviewer. What a talent. Tommy Mischke's a really, really good talent. But the number one thing that he talked about a lot during the interview was all 3 generations that are alive right now. I just adore my family, and it's very obvious, I guess, which is nice to hear on podcasts instead of like, well, if I have time, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, him saying Jesus Christ on the train, it's just deep in my heart because it was so sweet that he was,
was so
terrified and he let
funny.
everybody know he was terrified.
I was sitting with Fawn, and Fawn was just like, I'm holding it together. I'm holding it
She
together.
was.
I'm holding it together.
It's good though. It becomes family lore. Family lore is always fun. And then
Oh,
you
God,
go back
yes.
and you tell those stories, and that's always
Well,
a
Catherine and
blast.
I have just kicked into high gear. Someday, if I ever do step aside and retire, I want the whole family to go to Disney World for a week, the week after I retire.
I thought we were going to go to, last I heard it was the Disney Resort in Hawaii.
Well,
Oh, you're going to Olani? Woo!
Is
Well,
that
that'll
open
have to
yet?
be when Andy's kids are much older.
Yeah.
It's going to be a
There's no
bit.
way.
it's going to be a bit, so, but I mean,
That's
yeah,
true.
do you think maybe that's part of the reason I don't get involved in all this politics and I don't get pissed off at this and the other thing? Because I have 3 generations of family that I love, and I just hang out with them, and it makes me happy.
Maybe it's just better to stay in a bubble these days. I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
maybe it is.
honestly,
Yep.
yeah, it's crazy because I feel like I have to stay in touch with the news. I'm sure you feel the same way, but also it oftentimes ruins your peace, and so
Yeah.
you have to make a decision
Yeah.
of like how in tune do you want to be to the political scene.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just don't want much to do with it. I don't hate Republicans. I don't hate Democrats. I'm not wild about extremism, but I don't have any political. I think maybe I've gotten to the point in my life where my opinion shouldn't matter anyway. It's not my world anymore.
Well, that's not true. You're alive. You pay taxes.
Well, I
It is
know,
your
but-
world.
I mean, they're building the future.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I think when I vote, I do think more about how my vote impacts the younger generations. Sure, it affects me,
Yep.
but I also think like, what are the long-term ramifications of this? Is this going to change an entire generation's future for better or for worse?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because somebody asked me
Everything changes every 5 minutes.
who's the
true.
last politician you thought was a really decent guy, and there are some local politicians here.
Jimmy
that are nice
Carter.
people.
Jimmy Carter.
It was Jimmy Carter. He was a very
Jimmy Carter.
nice guy.
Not necessarily the most effective president,
was
but
not
I
a
don't
good
think
president.
anyone will argue that he was a very moral man.
He was very moral and a very nice man. Would have lived to be 98. Somewhere in there.
So
Wasn't he almost 100?
He was.
Yeah, he was 99.
When they were
Oh, he's
dragging
99.
him
Actually,
around,
wait.
showing how
No, he was
voted.
100. He had
Oh, he
just,
was 100. Yeah,
he
there
just
you go.
made it to
Wow.
100. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Remember when they had those horrible photos of him laying
I
there with his
know,
mouth
so
open? I
horrible.
just went and voted for God. I was like,
Yep.
oh my God, that
know.
was so
Really
we didn't need the
awful.
photos.
Really
Don't
not good.
do
That was
Like,
like, man.
Medical dignity is a thing.
Yeah,
like
any
let's just-
dignity.
Even yesterday, someone was filming outside of Hulk Hogan's house as they're doing chest compressions.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and she put it on TikTok, and I was like,
That's
"Hello,
gross.
medical privacy." Jeez, I don't
Yeah.
normally comment on something like that, and I
Yeah.
was like, "I'll say it." I wasn't like the biggest Hulk Hogan fan, but I'm like, "Come on, this is
Yeah.
the man's last few moments on
Yeah.
this
It's
earth.
kinda
Give him some
ghoulish.
peace and privacy."
He came into the KQ morning show one time, and couldn't meet a nicer guy, but terrifying. The guy's the Eiffel Tower for guy. He was gigantic. He's 6'8" and weighed, I think, 270, something like that. Wow. Gigantic man, but he. Some people say, "Oh, he had an edge to him." Well, that was an act. That was his, TV act. He was actually a very nice person. Now, maybe I don't know some personal things he might have done.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan had a lot of controversy.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, he was completely estranged from his daughter, Brooke. The last time she spoke with him was 2023. She claimed mental and physical abuse by both parents, by Linda and
Oh, really?
Hulk. Yes. She's now married and has kids, but she just was like, for my own mental health, I have to, set up a boundary.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's really sad. And Nick also, I mean, that you go back to that 2007 drag racing incident. Do you remember this?
Mm-hmm.
He took out Hulk's 2 cars and they were drag racing, and his friend was sitting in the passenger seat. Nick was behind the wheel. He was 17. His friend didn't have the seatbelt on, and he had a traumatic brain injury.
Oh.
Nick served 8 months in prison, and it was just really a tough situation. And then he's had several DUI arrests after that.
Really?
And Hulk, the last one that happened in 2023, Hulk came and he's like, "I'm sorry, this is crazy." Like, Hulk constantly came to his son's rescue for that. I don't know if it was maybe a little bit of enabling, but it's tough situations, and there's been a lot. There's more, but you know what? Rest in peace at this point.
I got to be honest.
We have late breaking news.
Well, could we finish our story?
I just walked into there and did a couple tries with my headstand, and then last time I just did it and hold it for 4 seconds.
Oh, so you've got
4-second
headstand.
My head,
Right.
yeah.
So that's why you had your hand up?
Breaking news.
Nice job.
Yep. Sorry.
This is what
They were
This
we
is
very-
held
hey,
Kristen
this is
Burt for an
exciting
extra
for
2
children.
minutes. She's missing her other appointments to hear that he did
He's been
So
working on it a
4-second
while.
headstand.
fantastic feat. All right, Kristen, sorry to hold you deep, but I liked our conversation because there is a lot of sadness in the world right now. Losing people,
lot.
and people are so weird.
People are very angry.
They
They're
really
very
are.
angry. Yeah.
All right, we'll talk
I
to
mean,
you
I
Monday.
understand why they're angry, but hopefully we can find a way
Yeah.
Get
to
over
channel
it.
all that anger for better.
Yes.
I would say get over it. I agree with you. All right, we'll talk to you on Monday.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com and learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Be right back in a couple of minutes. We'll continue on from here. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Pally?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Let's take a second to talk about my bank, North American Banking Company. As a business owner, you're always looking for opportunities to grow, and that's where North American Banking Company can help. Their business banking team, offers tailored solutions, whether you're going to expand maybe your entire team, opening a new location, or upgrading equipment. Because they're locally owned, loan decisions are made right here in the Twin Cities, which means faster approvals and more flexibility to meet your needs. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, why not bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And we held on to her for an extra 8 minutes. That's going to throw her day off like there's no
She's
tomorrow.
okay. If she had to go, she'd
Yeah,
go.
she would have left. Yeah.
She would graciously have let us know.
Graciously.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
what were you just talking about? Huh?
Oh, so we were talking about that we went to a party, Chris Humphrey's father, William,
Yep.
had a party, and we went to it last week. And Chris was there, and we were talking about Chris a little bit last week about, you know,
Yep.
his life and yada yada. And so I ran into him at a health club that I belong to, and I said, "Oh," I said, "Hi, Chris," and he kind of doesn't look at me. He says, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" You know, that sort of the guarded, sort of try to stay away from you. Sort of, I'm sure he gets approached all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh," and I was like, I was at your dad's party last week," and he goes, "Oh, were you? Good for you."
Good for you.
And then I said, "I'm married to Tom Bernard." "Oh, Tom, how's Tom doing?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, hi." And he's like, "I don't really look at people when I'm at the club." I'm like, I can
Guess
see that,
that
because you
makes
probably
sense.
can't get a workout in, you know,
Yeah.
if everybody's coming up to you and talking to you and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got his own workout studio in his house, but I guess he comes to the club. Anyway, and then I said, "Well, you should come on the podcast sometime." He's like, "Well, I really don't have anything to promote or anything." He acted like I was asking for a kidney or money. And he just ran away. He's like, "Tell Tom to ask the other basketball players," as he's running away.
There you go.
From me. It was just really
He's all-
funny.
yeah.
I
You
was
have to stop
giggling.
stalking him, and then he'll stop treating you
I
like
was
that.
giggling about that for like an hour. It's like, man, did he want to escape?
He always has been that way, though.
He
He's
wanted
not
to
good
run
with this.
away.
Yeah, he does not like that very much. What are you going to do?
I don't think I've ever stood right next to him. And he is tall.
He's big.
Yeah, he's a tall
I
guy.
think he's 6'9", weighs like 240.
Yeah, and he's not like a skinny tall either. He's
Oh, God, no.
yeah,
He's very muscular.
good sized guy.
That was quite a,
Anyway, it was
quite a
just pretty
situation.
funny.
Yeah.
Well, what's great,
I
Kathy,
know, I did feel like a stalker. I'm like, I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable.
oh, now they're in with no clothes on.
Shirtless.
Well,
Okay.
that's not
What?
true.
What? Yes.
Can me and Ron watch Bluey since I got my headstand?
Anyway. Oh, no, he needs a present for getting his headstand.
What are we doing?
Like this. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
like the
Guys
yoga
like this.
kind.
Yeah.
Good
that
for
was
Why don't you
really
keep
hard.
working on it?
No. Mom, you got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Anyway, so that was
Anyway.
my celebrity sighting. You don't get a lot of those in Minnesota.
No,
a
that's
few
true.
once in a
That's very
while.
true.
But,
That's true.
No question about it. But no, I could understand probably, because I think the main reason he does that is because of that 2-minute marriage to what's her name.
well,
I bet you a lot of people ask about
I
that.
think I was talking to, oh gosh, I cannot remember his name. His son's playing for the Nuggets, and we were talking about what it's like for these young guys to be basketball
Yeah,
stars and how basketball's so huge right now.
it is. Yeah, basketball's got.
yeah.
Well, Alex, you're a huge fan of the NBA.
But she wouldn't run around trying to find them for,
I would not.
you know. But I mean, people do
know.
stalk them.
I saw Nas Reed at the airport.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, when Fawn and I were going to dance nationals last summer, and we were on the moving sidewalk, and I mean, they stick out like a sore thumb
Because they are
they're
so
giant.
They're
Yep.
gigantic. Yeah.
And Nas Reed has he's got like big dreads,
Okay.
and then he's so tall, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Nas Reed. We were behind him. And then he had like 2 regular sized people with him. And then
Two normies.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then we
there
were
you
just
go.
kind of like, I had Fawn's car seat on my back. I had like all this stuff. And then we were just kind of walking around to move around before we had to get on an airplane, because I don't like sitting at the gate and just waiting there, because I'm like, I'm already going to be sitting for hours. I don't need to
Right.
sit anymore. So we were just wandering around. And then, I turned around, and because we got ahead of him at one point, and then I turned around and I was like, it is Nas Reed.
What's great about that is and maybe it's just different, but in your case, you know, that I think it would be the same deal, that in general, very famous people are pretty nice to other people. I mean, there are some that don't want to connect with the public at all, but in general, sports people tend to be friendly, I would think.
Well, they almost kind of have to be, because they wouldn't have
Yeah, or
jobs
else
if they
it's
didn't have a
gonna-
fan
Yeah.
base. So you can't be a complete jerk,
I
because
know.
that actually can affect your contracts in your salary, because if you're hard to work with or
Yeah.
whatever, or public doesn't like you, you can be the greatest basketball player in the world, but people hate your guts.
Yes.
They're not going to come and see you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
people, there are like people, you know, in every sport that everyone's like, I can't stand this person.
Oh, yeah,
Just
they're-
because
yeah.
they're,
yeah.
you hear that they're not nice to their fans and stuff. I know, I almost asked to take a picture with him for Sage. I was like, not for me, like, I don't care. But Sage would have, like, thought that that was, I told Sage about it, but I was like, maybe I should have been like, can we take a picture for my son? Because Sage would have been like, we're printing this and I'm framing it and this is so exciting.
Yeah.
Because Sage is such a huge Timberwolves fan.
Yeah, because I mean, people don't understand what it takes to get to professional sports of any kind. I mean, you have to be a very hard worker and you have to be talented, and because one or the other isn't going to do it, you have to be both.
Right.
And and that whole fame piece of it, I think it's really hard for a lot of people to wrap their head around it, and I think that's what turns people kind of like nuts. They get weird and do strange
Oh,
things
yeah.
because they've got that worship that it's like nobody's prepared for that.
See, I got to be honest with you. If I were Otani, who plays for the LA Dodgers, a superstar, no question. Why did they release his income? Why would
I
they?
think
do
it's
that?
all public information
That's all public
for
Oh, is it
information
really?
anyway. Well,
Yeah.
anytime anybody gets a salary,
professional
or a
athletes. Their
contract,
income is public knowledge. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that usually hits the news as soon as somebody signs, right?
From what I understand, he's making $60 million a year.
60 million a year.
Is that correct?
That's NBA kind of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. 70 million a year.
Oh, excuse me. I
We're
was,
off by
I
10
was
mil.
off by
So
10
even
year.
after taxes, he's getting 30 mil a
10
year.
year, 700 million
Oh
contract.
my God.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I see. That's got to be hard for him to be comfortable out in public. I would think that much money.
Well, and people
Oh,
doing.
interesting though.
What?
He's going to make $2 million annually for 10 years. Then at the end of it, he will make $680 million. It's like
Oh,
a
if he
balloon
makes it
payment.
healthy?
I guess so.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to do like a balloon payment kind of thing where $2 million is still a lot of money, but for a professional athlete, it's actually not that much.
No,
No.
no, not after you're done paying for taxes and
But-
agents and everybody else.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so he's going to be making like actually less than pretty much everyone else in his league. But
Yeah.
then once he fulfills the contract, he will make, I think, the most of any professional athlete ever. So
Why?
I don't know.
Why are
They're
they
probably
hanging their
hoping-
hat on this one guy?
probably so they can kill him in 9 years and not have to pay out.
No, he's a spectacular player. He is a good pitcher. He's a great hitter.
Oh.
But apparently he's not good in the field. He can't play like second base or center field, I guess.
He's a specialist.
But
I
he
guess-
doesn't have to, right?
No, he doesn't have
Yeah.
to, no. No, not at all.
Well, that's a lot of money.
That's $700 million is a lot of money. You're absolutely right.
At the end of every year, a great big red X on that calendar.
Yeah.
10 more of these.
10 more of these and I get
And I'm-
$680 million.
Not even nearly as rich as Bill Gates.
Yeah, how much is Bill Gates worth now, Andy? Because he just shut down a bunch.
hate
He
him so much.
fired a bunch of people.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
talked about that.
Let's see.
Yeah, we did.
Bill Gates' net worth, 117 billion.
$117 billion, and he's firing
That's a lot
people.
of
Yeah, and
dollars.
he's buying up farmland and land with water rights
Yeah,
on
Yep.
it and all.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
this guy is
He's
truly
doing some
evil.
major like control the world situation.
Yeah, I have some Microsoft stock, and I just hate owning it, but
Well, you should sell it.
it's very profitable.
I'm sure it is.
Who's the computer guy that's super rich and he lives in like a 4-bedroom house in the suburbs somewhere?
Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Warren
He
Buffett.
wasn't a
yeah.
computer guy though. He was a stock market guy.
Oh, stock market.
I know
And
who you're
real
talking
estate,
about though.
real estate.
Yeah.
Really.
Wow, yeah, Microsoft stock is doing pretty well, huh?
Yeah.
Doesn't Warren Buffett live in like Nebraska or something?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
just
I think.
in like a regular house.
Yeah.
Like just being a regular guy. Even though I don't know how much money he
Oh,
has.
he's got
A
tons.
a lot of money.
Oh God, yeah, he's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
His
but
net
he's-
worth is 160 billion.
160 billion.
160,
And he lives in a
and he
house
lives
like
in a house
mine.
in-
Does he give
Nebraska.
away any money? Is he?
I don't know.
What's the name of the real estate company that he owns?
He owns a real estate company.
Buffett Properties.
Yes, it's
Real estate. Let's see here. It is.
Why is this escaping my memory? Or he owned it?
Are you sure?
Yes.
He owned a real estate company? I never knew that.
Berkshire Hathaway.
Yep.
Is
Oh,
not a
there
real
you go.
estate, it's not a
Berkshire
real estate
Hathaway.
company. It's a holding company.
Yeah, it's a holding company.
Well, I
Same
have
thing.
friends that work for the real estate company Berkshire Hathaway, so I believe that is true, what I just said.
Well, Berkshire Hathaway owns a real estate company called Home Services of America.
Well, maybe
Okay.
they changed it, but it used to be Berkshire Hathaway
Hmm.
Brokers.
So let me ask you guys this, because we haven't spent a lot of time talking about this, but so you're worth $117 billion, and that's not enough. What is that?
Well, I think once you make that kind of money, you just keep making all that money because whatever you did is
Yeah,
just
continues
it's just
to-
printing money for
Yeah.
you all the time.
See,
So-
if I made anywhere near, if I made 500 million, not even a billion, I don't know if anybody other than my family would ever see me again.
Yeah, no,
I'd
give
go
me
into-
$10 million, you'll never see me again.
I'd go into hiding like there's no
I
tomorrow.
don't know. I think you get pressure from all kinds of people. You know, with your kind of money, you can save the world, or
Yeah,
you can do
I don't
this,
care
and you
about
can
the
do
world.
that.
I don't care about the world.
I care
If I
about
had that
my
kind of money, I
family.
would give away the majority of it
Yeah.
and go live my life. That's
Yep,
what I would do.
I agree.
But then again, who knows? If I ever had that kind of money, maybe I would change my mind because there's so much pressure, or you
Yeah.
feel differently about the world when you've got that kind of money. It's
Uh-oh.
like, now I can become an evil genius.
What?
We've got another death.
Oh, no
Another
way.
death?
This is a local one.
Oh, no.
The owner of Pepitos, Joe Minjares.
Oh, Joe Manjares, I love
He
him.
died.
Pepitos, that's
I just talked to him a few months ago.
That's another Minnesota
Oh, I
institution.
love Joe. Joe used to come in on the podcast, remember?
Yeah, I remember like long ago.
Yep.
What,
I was gonna
didn't
say,
you,
I feel
didn't
like
you
he
take like
came-
an hour-long pilgrimage to Pepitos or something that one day?
Yeah,
Probably.
I feel like I remember him being on the podcast.
Yep.
He was like a big guy, right?
Yeah, nicest guy
Yeah,
you'd ever
super,
wanna
super
meet.
nice, yeah.
Really
Oh, maybe
nice
we
guy.
should repost that episode.
Oh,
in
we should
his
if we can
honor.
find
I
it.
will see if I can find it.
That's
Joe
really
Manjares. I mean, look at this.
How old was he?
79.
79. God, I used to love to go to Pepito's back in the day when Joe was in there, and just, oh God, it was right next to the Parkway Theater, so you could go have dinner at Pepito's, then go next door to the Parkway Theater and see a movie.
Yep.
It was wonderful.
I was there for a long time.
It was.
Is
Was
it
that
not there anymore?
48th in Chicago? Is that
I
where
think
it is?
it's still there. I've never heard of it
Um,
shutting down, but it might have. I haven't been down in that region in ages.
Where was it?
I was trying to
Someone
think.
in the chat said
Like
oh, wait, no,
46,
never mind.
47, 48th in Chicago,
Something like that, yeah.
Pepitos, here it is. Locations, they have multiple.
Oh, the original one was.
Oh wait, this is a Florida restaurant called Pepitos.
No,
Oh,
we're talking about Minneapolis.
Pepitos Mexico Deli.
Yep.
Nicollet Avenue and something 4624 Nicollet. If that
Yeah,
means anything to
46th
you.
and Nicollet, there you go.
There you go.
That
Yep.
makes
46.
sense.
Still there, apparently.
I thought it was on Chicago, though. It's on Nicollet?
Apparently.
That's weird that I remembered it being on Chicago. Yeah, Nicollet makes sense, too. Same area.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a matter of fact, I just saw him, God, maybe 6 months. No, it could have been 6 months ago. It was probably long. About a year ago, I guess.
You know, it's interesting. My parents, their parents, blah, 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 they all lived into their 90s, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Most of my uncles lived into their
I know.
90s.
I
So when
grew
I
up-
hear somebody dying at 79, I
Yeah.
go, oh, that's so young.
I know. I grew up
I know.
thinking that like 100 was basically like a guarantee for most people because
Yeah.
so many people
Yeah.
I was related to almost made it to 100. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh well, if, they were born in the 20s, they made it to 90.
Yeah, you
then,
feel like
know.
you're- yeah.
I'm a shoe-in for 150.
So I always think that people, most people live into their 90s just because that's my own personal experience. So it always sounds so young if
I
somebody's
know.
under even 85.
Yeah.
I'm like, because that's about when my parents started getting real elderly.
old, yeah.
85, 86 is when things started, they stopped golfing and they stopped,
Yep, stopped doing their
walking
power
5
walks, yeah.
miles and stopped going to the pool and doing their aerobic exercises.
Yep.
And, things started hurting and all that kind of stuff. So I always think of everybody just being great till they're around 85.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, God, you meet some people who are 60 and they're like, "How are you still alive?"
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
is amazing. My mother-in-law is 80, and she
she's in great
she has a
shape.
personal trainer. And
She's taking golf lessons?
She's taking golf lessons. She wants to get really, really good at golf.
Yeah.
She's like,
Imagine picking up a skill at 80.
Well, why not?
It's like-
keeps your brain young.
It does. But
knits
it's
like
I don't know,
crazy.
I'm going to use this in the future.
She scheduled she's starting a book club with my sister-in-laws and me. We're going to do a book. She like text message all of us. She keeps very busy.
Yeah, that's good.
Charlie
Yes.
and Tom from Fountain Inn both say they remember it being on Chicago, so maybe it moved.
Yeah, Pepito's was on Chicago.
Darren
Chicago
says there
had-
was one in Eden Prairie, and I think that's the one you guys went to.
No, not the one. The one we went to was on 46th in Chicago.
No, but I mean, like after the pod, didn't he bring in a bunch of like
Yeah, he brought in stuff.
burrito-y things?
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
They had some weird name, I remember,
Yeah.
like special Pepito things,
Yeah.
whatever they're called. That was a long time ago.
It was a
no
long
idea.
time ago.
I don't
do not
remember any
remember the
Pepitos
food.
on Nicollet. It's the one 46 in Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, well, restaurants move all the time.
Well, let's see if I can find the episode. I wonder.
He's looking for it right now.
You guys
So he just
remember-
died this morning?
And apparently he died earlier this week, but it just wasn't.
Oh, that's right.
reported.
You guys were saying that. I
Did he
thought
have
the world
family
of that
members
man.
that'll keep that place going?
I hope. I think so, yes. But he was just a very, very special guy. Really good guy.
I'm not seeing anything in the drive. I'm sure it's out there. It probably got mislabeled somehow. Maybe someone listening remembers which one it would be. By which I mean Joe
Well,
or
we
Charlie.
have some listeners that know every number of every episode. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I can't find
Can't-
it here in the drive, but
Can't
like
organize my bathroom.
those-
I don't know how they do
I
it.
was
those
gonna
really,
say.
really old episodes were
An
just
island
like
is a disaster.
labeled terribly, and that's one of the reasons I haven't really
Yeah.
put all of them out in bulk. Is because
Bulk.
many of them just have like an episode name and just like a one-word description.
Oh,
So it's kind of hard to parse through that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose that's true, yeah.
we should think about maybe someday, kind of doing a library catalog and offer it for like sale.
A
They could
small
buy it.
The problem is all of those old episodes have bumper music that's copyrighted.
Can we delete it?
I have to go in and do it manually for
Yeah.
all 3, 4,
Individual.
5,000 MP3s. It would take a while.
You can do it.
You need stuff to
In
do.
20 years or so, we'll release the
Maybe somebody else out
fall
there wants to do
catalog.
it.
There you have it. Well, we better take our break here. Be right back in a
Yes.
couple minutes. Right after this, let us take a second to talk about my bank, that'd be North American Banking Company. As a business owner, you're always looking for opportunities to grow, and that's where North American Banking Company can help. Their business banking team offers tailored solutions, whether you're expanding your team, opening a new location, or upgrading equipment. Because they're locally owned, loan decisions are made right here in the Twin Cities, which means faster approvals and more flexibility to meet your needs. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, why not bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. You're listening. You're listening to us. Your customers are listening to us, and they'll hear me promote your business. The Tom Bernard Podcast attracts thousands and thousands of listeners who are loyal, engaged, and ready to support businesses they trust. Our podcast has helped numerous businesses increase traffic, sales, and brand recognition. But we're not just about ads, we're about results. Whether you're a local business, national brand, we offer custom advertising packages designed to fit your unique needs and goals. Targeted marketing, too. Our audience spans multiple demographics, allowing you to target your ideal customers with precision, from millennials to baby boomers and everyone in between. With the broad reach of the show and a passionate following, your business will see increased visibility and awareness, translating into more customers and sales. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. This Death Week here, apparently in America.
Death
What is
Week
that, like the
in
seventh?
America.
Yeah, I know.
What, the seventh person that's died in the last couple of days?
I think when it
Well,
gets
people
really,
die.
really hot, I think people in bad health
Oh, maybe.
tend to, like, it's,
Succumb.
they just die, yeah.
Well, it's like same thing happens with births. Like if you ask anybody that works in the birth world, they always are like dreading full moons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're like that's when there's always a big surge of babies being born.
Oh,
And
really?
And like, yeah, there's like, I know a lot of people that are birth workers, and they're like, there's definitely some type of, I don't know if it's cosmic or weather or whatever, but like people are born in surges. Where it's like there will be a couple babies born here and there, and then all of a sudden in like 4 days it'll be tons of babies.
Your mom and I stretched it out. One in February, one in October.
Yep.
That's what we got done.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So
Ours
it's
are
almost 6 months apart.
Ours are almost exactly 2 years and 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, I got to tell you, you guys weren't in. I think I was in here with Fawny by myself. But yesterday, apparently some of her. Do you know about the school kids that she goes asking about the podcast? Did she tell you this?
School kids.
What?
What?
The kids she goes to dance with in school and all that stuff.
She doesn't go to
Okay.
dance or school with the same any kid.
There are no kids that are dance performances.
No. You said
not
that she
listening
goes
to
to
him.
school and dance with.
I said
She doesn't
or
go-
dance with.
Anyway, I don't. Okay, continue. I don't know.
It's all right. Never mind.
I'm confused.
Pay attention.
I am, but I don't know what you're talking about.
He was just talking about her classmates.
Her classmates or the dance or whatever, they came to her and said, "Is Tom Bernard your grandfather?" And then she put her hands in the air and she goes, "Oh, he's so famous."
Wow.
Fawn, really?
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Oh, dear.
Well, it's way over the top. The next, who's the big star? Who's the biggest star in Hollywood right now? I don't even know. You used to know these
I
things.
mean, it depends on who you
Yeah.
ask.
There is
'cause-
one
Depends
in
on your
particular
demographic.
right now. Yeah, it really does depend on.
probably
Like, there's
true.
a while that Nicole Kidman was in every freaking thing you
Yeah.
could look at.
Yep.
and
Chris Pratt was in
Chris
everything.
Pratt
for a
was in
while.
absolutely everything.
Jack Black is in. He's like probably number one for comedy.
Yeah.
Because he's in like every dopey comedy
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
The Rock is in everything.
Rock is in a lot of
There's
stuff.
a lot of people who
Well,
are just
it's-
like they're all in the top spot for people you're gonna get sick of the quickest.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of people for. It, yeah, depends on, and there's also singers and all,
Yeah.
that their songs are played every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's not like it used to be where the pool was so small. It seems
Yeah.
like there's just a gigantic pool of
Mm-hmm.
celebrities now. I mean, everybody's a celebrity from YouTube to
Yeah, that's the thing.
influencers to, I mean, people know, I mean, you don't even
Right.
understand how
I
many
saw an
people
Instagram
they follow.
influencer the other day.
Really?
It's a not. I suppose I don't know that you would consider him an influencer. It's that guy that sits in his car
Oh,
with
yeah,
his coffee and he talks.
Yeah, Melissa used to show me his videos.
Yeah, I
I didn't really ever find him that captivating, but
I've never followed him, but his
he's fine. I
videos
guess.
will show up every once in a while. He seems like a nice guy, but
Yeah, he's Minnesotan.
I was walking around. Sage and I went to lunch with Dan on Wednesday downtown because Fawn was at a ballet thing in Minneapolis, and so Sage and I went to lunch with him. And we were walking around, and he passed by me, and I was like, "Instagram guy."
Oh God.
We should find out who he is and have him on the show.
Yeah, honestly. And
Oh, good. What
There's
is
this,
the?
Yeah, well,
Here, I will-
Melissa, you text her. She'll know who's.
Doesn't she listen to every episode? Melissa, who is this guy?
Not anymore. No, ever since Ethan got old enough to start paying attention to the show and also be a handful 95% of the time. Yeah, they don't really listen anymore.
Oh.
Well, you get all worked up.
Well, I mean,
Well, he
he's
never
just
stops talking or
Yeah.
yelling or needing something. He's that age. And then you've got Colin, who also needs stuff and
Yep.
is now old enough to be opinionated about things.
That's true.
Oh, he sure is.
Google.
But I tell you, I love it when you guys come over and I go upstairs to watch something and Ethan comes up and sits right next to me, makes me put up my arm over his shoulders, and
Ethan does
he's
like
very,
a little
very sweet.
one-on-one time, doesn't he?
He does. He's very, very sweet when he does that, I think.
I love. He's right. He's at that age. So we have this feelings pineapple.
Yes, the feelings
Yep.
pineapple.
I don't know where I got it.
What is
It's
that?
like a Mr. Potato Head, but it's got like frowns and surprise face and all of this and goofy face and blah blah blah. So it's like a Mr. Potato Head, except for it's supposed to be about feelings.
Yeah.
So he was putting something together, and I said, "Oh, does he look happy?" No, he does not look happy. Then 2 seconds later, so he's happy. So then he puts a frown on. I said, "Oh, does he look unhappy?" No, he does not look unhappy. A second later, he is unhappy.
Yeah.
So right now
yeah.
it's contrary Larry
Yeah,
all the way.
instantly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the teacher that I aide for in preschool, our main thing is like, don't ask a question of a preschooler unless you want the answer to be no.
Yep. As soon as Ethan could string words together, that's what he started doing, is disagreeing with
Absolutely
everything you say.
Yeah.
He'll
Okay.
be like, I want milk. And I'd be like, we don't have milk. And he'd say, we do. I'm like,
No,
as if you would
we
know
don't. Yeah.
for one.
Okay, the guys, the dad chats.
Oh,
Dad
that
chat.
guy. I've even
Dylan
seen him.
White.
Dylan White.
All right,
Yes.
Andy, see if you can find him.
I mean, odds are you're going to have to
DM him?
Yeah.
Well, you could do it from the Instagram. From the podcast.
Dylan White is a Jamaican-British professional boxer.
That's
Nope.
not him.
Not
Are you
the
sure?
right
Another
one.
Dylan.
Sure it's not that one?
Not the right one.
Dylan the villain?
I have found out how to keep Ethan kind of
Wow, there's
engaged for a good 3 minutes. You just ask him if he prefers blue or green, or purple
Yeah, he's all
or
about
black.
colors.
You have to
He
give
will-
options.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Rather
he'll-
than, do you like green? No. Do you like blue? No.
Yeah,
Do you like
yep.
black? No.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
went.
like,
I went
which
through
one do
colors,
you like?
animals, all kinds of stuff. And you can go on and on until he gets a little sick of it. But he'll do that for a while, and it keeps him quiet and thinking for a couple of seconds. So
Fawn is very excited about, she's like, I am babysitting Colin during the parade.
she does hog.
I am watching Colin during
Yep.
the
She's not
parade.
going to
Yep.
get candy.
She's like, I don't know. She's like, I'll probably be sitting in the grass with Colin most of the time because I'm watching Colin.
She's going to be going to grab the candy, I guarantee
I'm
it.
sure she
Although
will. And I'm
Sage can get
sure-
enough for all the
I was
children.
saying, truly,
of
they
the
don't
neighborhood.
need that much candy.
They do not. It's
a lot of candy.
But if he would prefer to do the sprinting
Yeah.
into the street to get candy,
They both have
I'm
their
sure-
camping chairs. They've decided
They're ready?
who gets which chair. But then Fawn's like, I probably won't use my chair that much because I'll be watching Colin. And I'm like, okay, you do what you need to do.
She does like to babysit.
She does. Well, it's like Colin's the perfect baby situation for
he's
Fawn
little.
because he's so small, but he's like sturdy enough that he's
Yeah.
not like flopping
Sturdy.
around
Yeah,
all the
that's
time.
true.
So like, and she can sit him down and like play with
He can
him, and he
crawl
kind of
off
just
now,
like
though.
sits
You gotta
there.
Be careful.
Yeah.
All right, well, that should probably wrap it up going into the weekend, I would think.
I have many things to transfer to your vehicles.
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
big.
We
Andy's
gotta
going to be in a
pack up the car
parade,
for
and Alex
the
is going to be out of town.
Dog sitting,
Yeah.
babysitting.
Camping for the first
Big
time
weekend.
ever.
Someone texted in, they want to know where you can find the interview with Mishki. It's actually not super duper easy.
Well, you can find it under the Joe Souchere Garage Logic, can't
Weren't you looking?
Yes,
weren't you
you-
watching it on YouTube this morning?
Yeah,
Yeah, YouTube. It's on YouTube.
it's on YouTube.
Well, if you just want to listen to it, you can go to garagelogic.com. And then I am on garagelogic.com. In the recent episodes tab, it'll say Mishki. KQ's King Kong is the name of the episode.
That's it. Yeah.
King Kong.
King Kong, honey.
Wow.
And if you
King Kong.
And if you listen to this after it's out of recent episodes, here we go. Top left, little hamburger menu. Go to podcasts, then more podcasts. They did not make this easy. Then Mishki. Then it'll be in the latest episodes there.
There you go.
Okay,
Well,
so
yeah.
Just keep
16
clicking on
steps.
stuff till you
He's
find
very,
it.
He's a very, very
For
good
real.
interviewer, though. He's really
Yeah,
good
he
at
is a
that.
good interviewer.
Very interesting guy, very smart guy.
It's true.
All right, we will talk to you on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.